Once upon a time, nestled deep within a forest of towering trees and whispering winds, there was a village called Eirendale. It was said that Eirendale was the happiest place on earth, where the sun always shined a little brighter, the flowers bloomed a little longer, and the people lived in harmony with each other and nature. But as years passed, the story of Eirendale faded into legend, and the village itself disappeared from maps and memories. Until one day, a curious traveler named Elara set out on a journey to find this fabled land. Elara was not an ordinary traveler. She had spent years chasing after happiness, searching for it in all the usual places: career, wealth, social status, but it always seemed just out of reach. One day, while exploring an old bookstore, she stumbled upon a dusty leather-bound book titled The Lost Village of Eirendale. Intrigued by the tales of joy and contentment, she decided to leave behind her hectic life in the city and embark on a journey to find this lost village. Her journey took her through dense forests, across vast meadows, and over towering mountains. She faced numerous challenges: harsh weather, wild animals, and treacherous terrain, but her determination and faith to find Eirendale kept her going. Along the way, she met other travelers who had also heard of the village. Some had given up the search, believing it to be nothing more than a fairy tale, while others had lost hope altogether. But Elara had faith and pressed on, guided by an inner voice that whispered, "Happiness is not just a destination, it's a way of living." After months of searching, Elara finally reached a place where the air seemed to hum with a peaceful energy. The trees here were taller, their leaves greener, and the birds sang melodies that touched the soul. She knew she had found Eirendale. As Elara stepped into Eirendale, she noticed something remarkable. There was no grand entrance, no towering gates, just a simple path lined with wildflowers. The villagers went about their day with a calm and unhurried pace, tending to their gardens, playing with their children, or simply sitting in the sun, enjoying the warmth on their faces. A kind elderly woman named Leora approached Elara, her eyes sparkling with wisdom and kindness. "Welcome, traveler," she said. "You must be weary from your journey. Come, rest, and share your story with us." Elara followed Leora to a quaint, cozy cottage where a small group of villagers had gathered. They listened attentively as she recounted her journey, the struggles, the doubts, and the moments of despair. When she finished, Leora smiled gently. "You've come far, but the true journey is just beginning." The Lessons of Eirendale. Over the next few days, Elara explored Eirendale, learning from the villagers about their way of life and their faith. It quickly became clear that the happiness in Eirendale wasn't due to material wealth or external achievements. Instead, it was woven into the fabric of their daily lives, manifesting in the simplest of actions. The art of presence. Elara noticed that the villagers were fully present in whatever they were doing, whether it was preparing a meal, working in the fields, or conversing with a neighbor. They were completely engaged in the moment. Leora explained, "In Eirendale, we don't rush through life, we savor it. Each moment is a gift, and we honor it by giving it our full attention." The power of community. Eirendale was a close-knit community where everyone knew and cared for each other and prayed every day and night. When a villager faced a challenge, the entire community came together to offer support. Elara observed how this sense of belonging and mutual care created a deep sense of security and joy. Happiness grows when it is shared, Leora told her. We thrive because we know we're not alone. God is always present. The practice of gratitude. Every evening, the villagers gathered in the village square to share their day's experiences and express gratitude for God and the simple joys they had encountered. A bountiful harvest, a kind word, a beautiful sunset. Elara learned that this daily practice of gratitude helped the villagers focus on the positives, no matter how small, and fostered a deep appreciation for life's blessings. Harmony with nature. The villagers of Eirendale lived in harmony with nature. They took only what they needed and gave back to the earth by planting trees, tending to their gardens, and caring for the animals. Elara felt a profound peace as she joined them in these activities, realizing that this connection to nature was a source of renewal and joy. Nature provides us with everything we need, Leora explained. When we respect and nurture it, we find balance and contentment. As the days turned into weeks, Elara felt a profound shift within herself. The constant longing and restlessness that had driven her to search for happiness began to fade, replaced by a deep sense of peace and contentment. She no longer felt the need to chase after happiness because she had found it here, in the simple, intentional way of life practiced in Eirendale. One evening, as the sun set in a blaze of orange and pink, Elara sat with Leora by the village's sacred oak tree. I found what I was looking for, Elara said softly, but it's not just this village. It's something I can carry with me wherever I go. Leora nodded. You've discovered the true secret of Eirendale. Happiness isn't a place, it's a state of being. It's in the choices we make every day, in how we live, how we treat others, and how we connect with the world around us. When it was time for Elara to leave Eirendale, the villagers gathered to bid her farewell. Leora handed her a small, intricately carved wooden box. This is a gift from the village, she said. Inside, you'll find reminders of the lessons you've learned here. Take them with you and share them with others. As Elara walked away from the village, she felt a sense of sadness, but also a deep, abiding joy. She knew she wasn't leaving happiness behind. She was carrying it with her. The journey back home was long, but it no longer felt like a search. Instead, it was a return to herself and to the truth she had discovered. When Elara finally returned to her city life, she was a changed person. She no longer sought happiness in the things she once thought were important. Instead, she focused on being present, nurturing her relationships, practicing gratitude, and staying connected to God and nature. The people around her noticed the change and were curious about her newfound peace and contentment. Elara began to share the story of Eirendale, not as a distant magical village, but as a metaphor for a way of life that anyone could adopt. She taught others the lessons she had learned, helping them to find happiness in their own lives. Soon, the message of Eirendale spread far and wide. People began to realize that happiness wasn't something to be pursued. It was something to be cultivated, nurtured in the everyday moments of life. And in this way, the spirit of Eirendale lived on, not just in one village, but in the hearts of all who heard its story. The key to true happiness isn't in the destination, but in the journey, in the choices we make each day, and in the love and gratitude we carry within us. Eirendale is within us all, waiting to be found. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.